Hello.
Welcome to Tuesday with Tammy, and I have Andrea here, Prince.
Andrea Prince.
And the Surgeon's House in Jerome, Arizona. We have a beautiful view here. Beautiful home. And tell me, you have this bed and breakfast?
I do. My home is 103 years old. I've been doing the bed and breakfast for 27 years, and I'm only the second owner.
Wow.
Been here for 28.
So you've been doing this for 28 years?
Been doing it for 27.
27 years. Wow, that's incredible. What is this, like a birthday wish dream come true, or?
Absolutely not. No, that couldn't be further from the truth. Nothing short of divine impulsion, not divine guidance, not divine inspiration. It was just like, oh my goodness, my home chose me, and your life is supposed to change, and so you better get with it.
And you seem very dedicated. I'll put the website. There's a website.
Absolutely. Surgeonshouse.com.
Mm-hmm. And there's 5 different rooms?
4.
4.
Each has a California king bed. Each has a private bath with tub and shower. Each has a private balcony or patio. And then, of course, you have access to all the common areas of the house and the grounds.
I know I found it by accident, or there isn't. Are there any accidents in this life?
Don't think so.
I came up the little walkway. I came in the back way.
Came in the wrong door, Miss Tammy. But that's all right. It couldn't have been the wrong door because it got you in here.
The beautiful gardens is what drew me in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, you put a lot of time and dedication into this home.
Well, I take the stewardship of my home, my property, my guests, my business very much to heart. And this is a grand old gal. She deserves the best of the best, as do my guests.
Yeah, breakfast was incredible. It was, luxurious. It was very tasteful. Mm.
Well, you deserve all those things. Traveling, I think, is a lot of messing around. Not that I do a lot of traveling, but traveling is a lot of messing around. You have to pack, you have to unpack, you have to fly, you have to drive, you have to whatever. And at the end of the day, somebody like me is going to ask you for some money. So I think everything ought to be celebratory. It should be different than what you do at home. I mean, who eats a breakfast like that at home? Mm-hmm. I certainly don't. Mm-hmm. But it's it's an experience. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I saw the guests, and they're all lovely. Mm-hmm. And, from all walks of life. And I seen on many, the 2 couples had been here before, many times.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's when you know it's good. Word of mouth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Social media, obviously, is a marvelous device and a marvelous tool, but word of mouth, and for most of us small business people, and I'm small business at its finest or its worst, whatever you happen to think about that, is the ability to look at our guests in the eye and say, did we do right by you? Did you get 100, in my case, did you get 180% of the best and most impeccable hospitality? And then listen for the answer. Mm-hmm.
How has COVID, have you seen changes since this whole pandemic?
We have. I call this my coconut island in the sky. So in many ways, we're insulated by virtue of where we sit in town and a lot of other factors. So we had a rough go there towards the beginning of the year, as did many folks. Mm-hmm. And I'm the only lodging establishment that stayed open. But it made sense. It made spiritual sense. It made logistic sense. It made checkbook sense. It made all kinds of sense, because there were people that were having to travel whether they wanted to or not. And there were many folks that were getting stranded, having to sleep in their cars and whatever.
It's too cold out there.
Yeah. But at any rate, so we stayed open. And then low season sort of became high season. Mm-hmm. And I'm just belly up grateful. I'm grateful that people remembered. I'm grateful that we were open. I'm grateful that we have the opportunity to serve folks. And so that's what we intend to do. Mm-hmm. We intend to continue serving. Yeah.
Very nice. May I ask what your spirit animal is, a book you recommend, or a saying you like to say?
Oh, for goodness sakes. Oh, my, off the cuff. I do not know what my spirit animal is, but I do know that I was a mermaid in a past life. I have lots. Leading by serving, I suppose, is a favorite of mine. I don't think there's a thing wrong with having a life of service, and that's how you give back. So lots of people come here for respite and tranquility, and just to take a big deep breath and say, oh gosh, somebody else is going to take care of that for me. And that's what we endeavor to do. Yeah, just come here. It's kind of like staying with your Aunt Minnie, but you don't have to put up with Aunt Minnie. We are always available but invisible. So if you need us, we kind of materialize like Jeannie, but otherwise, we're not intrusive. I don't believe.
No, not intrusive at all. Yeah, I notice everybody appreciates you, your staff. Yeah, your future. What do you foresee in the future?
I'm so busy with today. I really think about the future. I'm not certain, however, that I want to be the oldest innkeeper on the planet, but I do know this. That I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now in my life. If the universe decides that I'm supposed to be doing something else, somewhere else, it'll be revealed to me.
So, I love your earrings.
Thank you. A shop right here in town. Yeah. The accessory shop from Miyamori Pinup Boutique. Nice. Wonderful. Rebecca, neighbor, owner.
And, if somebody wants to celebrate their birthday or anniversary or anything like that, they can just get a hold of you. I've heard some people took, 6 months waiting list, but, you just never know. You call and...
6 months, typically not. No, that would be unusual, I think.
They probably just were preparing in advance.
They were preparing in advance, yeah. I had someone ask if they could book Halloween, which is a big holiday here.
Yeah, wow.
If they could book Halloween 5 years in advance. I said, absolutely not. I could be dead. Nobody's going to give you your deposit back. Who's going to cook breakfast for you? No, I can't plan 5 years in advance. So I'm grateful for the guests that come. I'm grateful for the opportunity to meet new folks, and we are not haunted, by the way, just for the record. I know that that's a big draw for a lot of folks. So if that's the case, then my home is not the right place for you. But
I heard that. That's why I'm here. I didn't want any haunted building. No, I don't think. I think it's, yeah. It felt good. I walked in and it felt lovely. It smelled, delightful. Yeah, and there's 2 beautiful cats here. What are their names?
Oh, Jemima Pearl has just wandered through, and Roscoe Stanley.
Okay.
I'm surprised that Roscoe Stanley did not get wind of this and
I know,
was flying right in. Yeah.
And we have the Christmas tree because now it's Christmas time. It's beautiful. Yeah. Any last words of advice or wisdom for other younger, older, other people who want to start a business like this? Just a little insight what they should be prepared for.
I started this by the seat of my pants. I think everything I've learned, I learned by making a mistake, or 10, or 20, or however many. It does so happen that we have a course that says, the title of the course is, So You Always Wanted to Run a Bed and Breakfast. You come be me. For 5 or 7 days, you eat when I eat, you sleep when I sleep, you work when I work. And at the end of those 5 or 7 days, if you still think you would like to run a bed and breakfast, and it starts out with a questionnaire. Most people give it up after they honestly answer the questionnaire. Depending on the diversity of your level of wealth, depending on what you want, depending on if it's really your home or not, a bed and breakfast, I think, can be a really rewarding and fun way to meet people, serve people, but it's a whole buttload full of work. Yeah. So I think probably my biggest caution to folks is to understand that it isn't just like having a party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of behind the scenes.
A lot of behind the scenes. That's well said. A lot of behind the scenes stuff goes on to make it look effortless on the outside.
And you do a wonderful job. Even, telling everything about what this dish is and what that dish is. I love that. I was thinking I better pay attention because I don't want that. You're telling us all.
Well, that's it. And so many people have unusual eating practices now that you want people to be fully informed about what's in a dish. And because everything's homemade,
Yeah.
I can feel really comfortable. If they have another question, they can ask.
Yeah. Well, I highly recommend. And any other, last words or words of wisdom that you just want to bring to the table?
I think your showing up here is probably the best validation. Just live life today, right now. Be open for what the universe has in store. When your door opens, you don't know who might be walking through.
It's true.
Could have been Tammy.
Yeah, and you were so welcoming.
Hello? What may I help you?
Ooh, am I in your house or is this a bed and breakfast? Oops.
Both. Well, I hope people do give us a chance. We're little guys. We do our darndest to make sure you have 180% of the best and most impeccable hospitality. So if you're in Jerome or if you're in the Verde Valley, give us a peek.
And your website one more time?
surgeonshouse.com. All lowercase, plural, no apostrophe. surgeonshouse.com.
All right. Well,
Thanks,
thank
Tammy.
you so much.
You're so welcome. All righty.